Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all see the clock, 3:30 on the dot. And you know what time it is, man. One of the greatest shows right here on Hope TV, led by students, for students, and just have some amazing, phenomenal students who are right here with us today. And every time we get on the show, y'all know what it is. No Cap Youth Chat. It's your boy Pastor D checking in. And y'all already know the show ain't about me, man. It's all about y'all. And guess what today's focus is? That class of 2020, baby. This is all about y'all, man. We've been excited. We've been so proud of y'all. We love y'all. And so look, we got to give y'all that shine, man, because y'all year was crazy. And so what better way than to have you on one of the greatest student shows right here in the U.S., baby. Matter of fact, we just ain't national. We've been international with this bad boy. So look, without further ado, I told y'all last show when we had the super dope, amazing ladies on the show, they held it down. But today is all about the fellas. Today is all about the big dogs. Today is all about the young OGs who got next. So look, let's get it started. Look, first and foremost, I gotta bring this young dude in, man. When I first stepped in the House of Hope, man, him, the rest of the student leadership, his friends, man, they welcomed me with open arms. And this kid, man, has a very, very, very bright future ahead of him. Man, he's super, like, just amazing, man. Very respectful, man. So look, first and foremost, let me introduce y'all to the young bull, Nick Clemens, man. He's representing MLK High School in the A. What's up, Big Nick?
What's up? How y'all doing?
There he is, man. Man, I'm glad to have you on the show, man. Thank you for being here.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, man. Look, next up, man, listen. I knew this gentleman when I was in Columbus, Georgia. Fire athlete on the football field. My boy is dangerous. Running back, linebacker. He gonna crack heads. He gonna run you over. Look, he's just phenomenal, man. He cooks, ladies. He cooks, yeah. My boy draws. He does it all, man. So proud to have him representing Faith Worship Center, one of their leaders there, and also representing Jordan High School right there in Columbus, Georgia. What's up, Junior? Talk to me, man.
Man, what's up, man? It's Junior coming from Columbus, Georgia. Nice to meet y'all, man. Nice to meet y'all. How y'all doing?
Man, my God, man, I'm so glad to have you on here, man. So glad to have you here. And listen, last but not least, man, I've known this young dude here since he was, in middle school, man, and I've had the honor, the pleasure of watching him grow up, watching him become a man, watching him, like, just fight, claw, because of just, like, man, the way the world threw so much at him, but my boy prevailed. Like, I'm proud of this guy right here, man, just like I'm proud of every young man on here, man, representing George Washington Carver High School in Columbus, Georgia, a leader in the church, a young man who's been a part of Teen Advisors, FBLA. I can't wait to see what the future holds for him. My boy Elijah Owens, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Elisha Owens. Thank you guys for having me here.
Hey, man, listen, man, I'm so proud to have y'all on here, man. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all like this. Last week, the ladies was like, y'all was going to be garbage this week. They was like, they ain't worried about the fellas. They ain't never going to be worried about y'all. They said they run this show. And I was like, nah, bro. Y'all wait till I get on here next week and let these guys know. So, look, man, glad to have y'all on here, man. Look, 2020, your senior year. Y'all already had plans for it. I know y'all plan for prom. Y'all plan for graduation. Y'all plan to have the greatest senior year of your life. And the world said, Rona said, And now, even with the stuff that's happened these last couple of weeks, man, it's just been like 2020. We need to throw it in the trash and start over, man. So look, like, let me ask y'all this. With everything that's occurred, like, first off, what's next for y'all, man? Like, y'all graduated, y'all got that paperwork, that documentation. So what's next for you? Let me start with you, Junior. What's next for you, man? Where you headed to?
Man, what's next for me, man, is the Air Force, man. I feel like God has put me in a position to end up becoming a man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take pride of that, and I gotta represent for my country.
That's what's man. And I know you're gonna do phenomenally well, man. Big shout out to the United States Air Force and all the armed services, man. We appreciate what y'all do. We appreciate y'all representing, protecting this great country, and we appreciate just how you guys have sacrificed so much over the years. So, man, I know they're gonna be glad and excited to have an amazing young man like you. What about you, Big Nick, man? What's next for you, man?
College. I'm going to Georgia Gwinnett. So yeah.
Nice. Nice. That's what's up. Shout out to Georgia Gwinnett, man. Y'all finna get a young one, boy. That's my guy. That's what's up. He's staying local. Elijah, what's up with you, man? Where you going?
I plan on going to the Army.
Ah, there it is. Y'all better represent them armed services, man. Y'all better be ready to protect the country, man. That's what's up. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. That's what's up, man. So now that we know exactly where you guys are getting ready to head to, man, I just got a few questions about your senior years, man. Really, I know it wasn't what you planned, man. I know, like, y'all had, first off, we had no idea what was coming, especially with all this crazy stuff, man. Rona hit and start canceling everything on everybody. And so, you know, you guys are going to the military, Big Nick going off to college, man. What are you excited about with this? Like, well, I ain't gonna let me not even say excited, man. Like, how did you feel when just your whole senior year just changed on you, man? Like, how did you feel? Like, what was your thoughts when they said, first off, when they said school was canceled? But then you start seeing that, you know, prom season was gone, walking across a stage with your family. Like, what was going through your head, man? How did y'all feel about that?
Mm, I mean, that's a good question. You really don't know how to feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It just,
Yeah,
it just, it just happened. You know what I'm saying? It happened up
yeah,
so all of a sudden that you can't. You know what I'm saying? You really couldn't plan out your senior year. All you was thinking like, man, I'm finna graduate, I'm finna finish, and now that the Rona done hit, now you just some people just left stuck. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It done cancel everything for everybody. You know, but honestly, I see it as a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? Because it gave me time to actually think about what I want to do with my life and what I want to do with myself. And now
yeah.
that I done figured it out, you feel me? Now I'm ready to execute. You feel me? So
That's what I'm talking about. My boy
yeah.
said
It's
he
the
ready to execute. Go ahead,
it's the
E.
same as he said. It left me speechless. Like it was you know what I'm saying? It was unexpected. It was really just
Yeah,
speechless, and I was really worried about walking across the stage, and just figuring out that we weren't even gonna have that the rest of the school year, which is done. That was like wow, like this really happening. This chapter of my life
yeah,
is like really just like what happened. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
but
yeah,
just
yeah,
like you
yeah.
said, it's like what happened. So just the
yeah.
same as you said, it's a blessing because I learned more about myself during this quarantine. Like actually being
That's what's up.
like sat down in my room and just learning and focusing more and meditating. So I see it as a big blessing.
Yeah.
I got you. What about you, Big Nick?
It's just something I had to embrace. I mean, like you said, you know what I'm saying? It was like 1 week where they said we was out of school for a week and we'll probably go back the next, and it turned into the whole school year. So,
Oh
Yeah,
God,
gradually,
Yeah,
at a time, they were trying to set dates for, we could do prom maybe later on during the year, stuff like that. But now that's completely out the way. It's like, it's just something you have to accept because, I mean, we weren't going to get it at all. So, but like they
yeah,
said as well, it also gave me time, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna say I was the best of students, but since quarantine happened, we had to do all this work online, and you don't have teachers in your face to tell you, so you had to make sure you're on top of your stuff. So it gave me,
hmm
yeah.
yeah, it made me more discipline myself more, make sure I had to get what I had to do done.
All right, fellas. So, like, when you think about life now, right? Y'all have been at the house with family members. Y'all have been with parents, siblings. for the last 18, 19 years of your life. Your parents have instilled values, principles, a solid foundation as best as they could. You know what I'm saying? They protected you, sheltered you, taught you as much as they can, and all the people that's been involved in your lives. And now you've reached that point for all students where it's time to transition, right? And when you think futuristically about it all, like what comes to mind? Like, what are your fears? What's your hesitations? What's your reservations when you think about this next phase of life for you? Um, and even when you think about it, you know, what are you going to do? Like, what do you think you can do? What type of plan of actions can you put together so that you're successful? Or even if you fall or fail, you know what I'm saying? Are you like, what are you looking forward to as far as getting back up, or you gonna stay down there and just just be in the dirt? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start with y'all two, man, because y'all are going to the military, and that's a completely different transition. That's just brand new. You know, you finna go from your mama and your dad and them yelling at you to some people you don't even know yelling at you, uh, getting you ready at boot camp. But you also finna, you finna be brought into a completely new family. You know, that military family with all the military people that I know, they say that military union, that family is like no other. So let me start with you, Junior. Like, when you think about the future, man, this transition, man, what are your fears? What are your hesitations? What are your reservations? I know you ain't afraid of them, but what are you thinking about with this upcoming transition?
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like you said, bro, I don't really fear anything. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it's myself. You know what I'm saying? Holding myself back from what I really want to achieve. That's really the only thing I feel. That's the only thing that can stop me at this point.
Yeah, I love it, man. So pretty much you preparing yourself for the battle between you versus you. You know what I'm saying? And I
That's
love
it.
that mentality, man. I love that mentality. That lets me know. I mean, even with the people that you're gonna come across, the things that you're gonna come across, you focusing on making you better, holding you accountable, making you grow. That's dope, man. I love that. What about you, E?
Um, one thing that I'm a little bit worried about is trying to stay disciplined. I mean, like you said, like I'm not scared of anything, like, but trying to make sure that I keep myself on track, you know. And
Yeah,
I know like how some people be like, you getting ready to step into the real world, but and realistically, we've been in the real world. I've been out here, so I think I'm pretty sure I'm ready for it. But just like along the lines of me making sure that I'm building myself up and trying to get to where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like goals wise, my goals.
yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. And that's a whole new world, man. You know, I remember talking to you two, especially in ministry, where it's like preparing you for this next phase. It's like so much that goes on with it. And y'all heard it a lot, from a lot of people that are currently, older than you and in the world, where it's like this next phase ain't no joke, man, because if you lose yourself or you fall too far behind, man, the world will swallow you
Yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying? And so I know, with knowing you guys, watching y'all grow up, man, like I know you guys are prepared as much as you are, but I also know that I've seen you guys be resilient. I've seen you persevere. Like I remember when you got injured, uh, you know, and you was on them crutches, and like I remember the first thoughts that came to your minds was like, am I gonna be able to play again? Like I remember you thinking about, everything being over, but bro, you pushed through, you went to rehab, like you even played this year a little, you know what I'm saying? So I know you've got that dog in you as far as fighting and pushing through to get back on your feet. And that's why I love that mentality you talked about, where it's like it's you versus you. So like even if you
Yeah.
fall, or even if the world hits you and it wasn't planned, you willing to fight. You know what I'm saying? To get back up, to get back, uh, and be better. I watched you. You know what I'm saying? Get a little diesel. You know what I'm saying? Boy, been in that weight room. You know what I mean? But I love that perseverance about you. And man, you, well, your life ain't been no crystal stair, baby. So I
Yes,
know
sir.
you got that dog. I know you personally are ready to fight. And y'all don't let that little baby face fool you, but he'll throw hands with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just messing. I'm just messing. But I know you've been I say like you've been to hell and back. I know your
Yeah.
life. I know how hard it is, and I love the fact that have you stepped up in so many ways, helping family, uh, from moms to grandmoms to brothers. Like you stepped up and became, and took a role that you didn't necessarily have to take, but you stepped up in a major way to make sure that your family's been good. Junior, you too, and that lets me know when it comes to this next phase of your life, man, y'all are ready. And I love that about y'all, and I'm excited, honestly, to see what your futures hold, because of what I've seen in you guys, man. So I'm excited. So knowing y'all, watching y'all grow up, knowing you in ministry, I know y'all some faithful brothers. Um, like when you think about this next phase, how do you plan on maintaining that relationship with God? How do you plan on continuously growing in God? So, and because I know that's a part of y'all's foundation. How
Mhm.
do you guys plan on making sure that God is still in everything that you do? Because a lot of us can attest when we left home, Pastor D for sure can tell you, when I left the crib, boy, I ain't stepped foot in no church when I was in college until like my sophomore junior year. But like with that next phase for y'all, and I'm gonna start with you, Elijah. Like, how do you plan on maintaining that, that walk with God, that relationship with God, for this next phase?
Well, how I'm gonna, well, not even gonna. Recently, I started fasting, like all around, like without no phones, TV, unless it's like praise and worship, and not
Yeah,
eating. I started off like 2 hours, and I recently I've been liking it, so it's pretty cool and it helps. I'm trying to strengthen my spirit a lot more in meditation.
yeah,
That's what I'm trying to get more deeper into and stay in God's word, because I feel like once I get out there in the world officially by myself, that'll help me a lot more. And you can start, like, once I started doing that, you start noticing the changes. And, you know,
yeah.
I'm trying to get, trying to make my spirit stronger. So I think that'll help me a lot as I move
So
forward.
you prepping, and it sounds like you testing, um, your faith before you even head out. It's not often you hear a lot of students fasting,
Yes,
and
sir.
willing to sacrifice, to hear God deeper, to know God deeper. It's not very often you hear a lot of students talk like that. So, man, that's dope, man, to hear that you
And
preparing
and
before you
it's
even. Yeah, go ahead.
yes, sir. And it's hard. I didn't think it would be as hard, because I remember you teaching us, about fasting, and like
Yeah.
as I started like to actually get into it, and I was like, yo, like I'm finna eat, and I like had to catch myself from eating certain things, or either like getting on my phone, Instagram or something like that. But things are very tempting, and the life is tempting. A lot of things are going to be tempting, like you said, when you left for college. You didn't step foot into a church again. Like a lot of, like, it's hard. It's really like that. A lot of things are tempting,
Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of us have to figure out ways to stay close to God, or either stay close to knowing what, like, who we are.
That's what's up, man. Junior, what about you, man? When you think about this transition, man, and knowing you, as a faithful young man, like how do you plan on maintaining that relationship with God, maintaining that communication, continue to grow as a servant and as a, as a young man of Christ for this next transition?
Um, really just staying connected and always remembering my roots. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
I couldn't do this alone because God has really pulled me through some things, man. Like some things.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And I thank Him every day for it. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
I sacrificed a lot. I had to. There's a lot of things I had to sacrifice, and God pulled me
yeah.
through. So I'm always stay connected, spiritually connected. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
For real.
That's what's up, man. That's it's not very often you hear a lot of young men with a heart of God. You know what I'm saying? Most people, well, especially for you guys, would automatically just be like, they rebels. That's the young guys. They ain't worried about Jesus or nothing about Jesus. But man, you guys are just solid in your faith, and I'm loving hearing that you've prepared, continue to prepare, uh, to make sure that your relationship with God stays number one. Man, and I believe that is absolutely amazing, with the gift and the purpose and the plans that He has for y'all's lives. That you guys stay rooted, like you said, Junior, that you guys continue to yourselves, to go deeper, to hear Him deeper, to go up against, things that may be tempting or that may try to pull you away from your spiritual walk, but yet you now know how to persevere. You now know how to say no to things that even though in our mind we be like, yeah, man, that's easy, but reality, them actions speak louder than words. And so, like, even staying with that, knowing you guys' foundation spiritually, knowing how you guys have been brought up. Of course, we've been seeing a lot of things lately, not just Rona, but we've been seeing things that have been happening in the news, specifically around young African American males like yourself. And when you think about those things, man, you think about, the emotions that 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 come up, like the mental warfare, your thoughts and things like that. Like me, even being older African American male, I've been battling, watching like the police brutality, watching, the systematic, uh, racial profiling, just everything that continues to let me know that the world, and not everybody in the world and not everything in the world is constantly applying pressure to the African American community, both men, women, but just continuously, hitting the African American males for sure. And so, like, what are your thoughts on what you guys have seen? And what do you think, you know, for this next transition? Is that something for you that you're hesitant on, or are you just kind of like myself with this week? I've got to a place where I'm centered. You know what I'm saying? I've got to a place where I'm not gonna walk in fear. I'm not gonna walk and be hesitant. Like I'm even though I know, I've got to do more, I gotta prepare more. It's like I gotta do and have my ducks in a row and have all these extra plans, just in case. But like at the middle of this week, I was just like, you know what, Mark? Nope. You're gonna continue to live your life. You're gonna continue to do the things that you've been created and called to do, and you're gonna continue to leave that legacy. And you're gonna walk with your head held high. You're gonna walk and make sure that you continue to, inspire. You know what I'm saying? Just reminding myself of who I am, even in the midst of, you know, being reminded that the world can sometimes not care too much, for me. So, what are you guys' thoughts around, man? Because it can be heavy at times, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of
It
us,
is.
African American males, we try not to, we don't like dealing with emotions and, especially stuff centered around that, because instantly we become angry.
Yeah,
And so,
really.
like, what are your thoughts, man? Elijah, what are your thoughts on it, man? Everything, and even about your future with stuff like that. Like, talk to me.
Um, I was a little hesitant at first because like a lot of people don't like the way that I think because to me like I look at it realistically, you know what I'm saying? But how I see it right now, it's just crazy. Um, like the riots and the protests and things of that like that. The stealing, it became to a point to where people started stealing, and that's not protesting, I thought they were protesting. But, things happen, and like it's out of some people's control. But I try not to touch on it too much because like I don't really, yeah, I try
Yeah,
not to
so
go too deep into it.
why don't you go like what do you mean by that? Like not going too deep. Like
Cause like I don't I don't mind, what people think about me, but at the same time, like
gotcha.
I try to avoid that, you know what I'm saying? But like, okay, I'm gonna just get into it anyways. All right, I feel like us as black people, black Americans, like we don't we black lives like we say black lives matter, but it don't matter until an officer kill us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking off of it, you know what I'm saying? Like what I see. It's here.
Yeah.
Like last
I
week
know how
a
you've been
kid
raised
died
up.
you know what I'm saying? Like a 14-year-old died here by some other 15, 14-year-olds, and you know what I'm saying? Like we kill each other, but when a police officer, a white male, kill us, then we protest and we get all riled up. We you know what I'm saying, we want justice. And there's nothing wrong with that. All black lives need, what I'm saying, justice. So yeah.
I feel you.
It's
No,
just
I think you speaking raw,
I feel
man.
like
That's on the
yeah, I
heart
feel like
of yeah, go ahead, man. You good. Flow.
yeah, I just feel I just feel like we should fix what we doing first because you know what I'm saying, jumping out there like that. But yeah, it's just a lot of it's just a lot going on. It's a
I
lot.
think a lot of people agree with you, man. Uh it's almost like uh how can we fight one fight when we fighting each other at the same time?
Yeah, we fighting these. Yeah,
How can we, focus in on something that does affect us, that does traumatize us, and at the same time, and it's not all of us, but it's we over here, we're trying to grow, we're trying to become better, we're trying to build, we're trying to mentor, we're trying to develop. And at the same time, those who in the moment may be lost, those who in the moment are being challenged, causes a little chaos and into the building. Like I respect what you're saying, that a lot of people, a lot of the African American community recognize that, just like any community out there, you're gonna have that that rape, black on black, that white on white, that Hispanic on
yeah.
Hispanic, you know, and
And
so,
another thing to that
I
is,
yeah, go ahead.
it's like I see it as an endless loop. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's another way we can come up with another solution? You know what I'm saying? Because like the previous generation, what y'all did is not, you know what I'm saying, it's not working. So what's like us as an upcoming
What you mean by
generation?
that?
What can we like? We've been protesting for so long. Things don't work
Ah,
anymore. We
I
should come
got
up
you. It's
with
all
another
okay.
solution. You know what I'm
Another
saying?
solution. So you feel like
Another solution.
that's I like hearing your opinion. I like hearing your thoughts. That's what's up. So, you're a
And
young man and you see that, generations have been protesting and doing the same things, but yet the results from it
yeah,
just seem like
it's
we
not
just ain't
coming
getting
out.
them. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel
And
you. I
nowadays
understand that. And
and
I
now
respect that.
yeah, nowadays everybody, you know what I'm saying, they get hot headed. They want everything quick. They want to fight. They want to riot and do what they're doing now. And I feel like we're all smart enough to come up with a better solution. You know what I'm saying? Just like I heard the other day,
Yeah.
someone said that us as a black community, if we stop spending money for one day, that will mess up, you know what I'm saying, the system. And yeah, I just it's just the endless loop. It's like because some people, a lot of well, not some people, a lot of people are saying, you know, racism, let's fight against racism. But if if you really look at it, racism will never end. You know, it's a like I said, it's an endless loop. We should come up with another solution.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing your heart of it, you know, with racism as the agenda or the principality, it won't end, um, because you can't really know what's in a person's heart. You
Yeah,
know what
you
I'm
can't
saying?
change nobody's
Until they
opinion.
show it. Yeah, until they show forth. So, you know, I respect that, man. I
Mm.
appreciate that from you, man. I appreciate you being raw. I appreciate you being real, man. That's what's up. What about you, Junior? Like when you think about everything that's going on, man, you know, you've been a athletic young African American man, uh, who's getting ready to go off into the world. Like, what comes to mind, man? What are your thoughts on all of the situations that's been going on around the African American community? You as an African American male, racism, et cetera, et cetera.
I feel as if they're trying to put us in check. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very broad topic to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm not
Yeah.
really in on that political talk and stuff like that, but I see what's going on. I hope that I never encounter. I hope nobody really ever encounters it. But you know what I'm saying? We see what's going on and we see that it's not right. So us
Yeah.
African Americans are continuing to fight against that equal opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy what we see nowadays, man. You know, people really losing their life at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Haven't
Yep.
really experienced their life. You know, fulfill their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Their passion. They got kids, families, and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's really hard to see what we're going through, especially because I don't know if anybody really had those moments where you have those moments where you like, oh my God, I'm living type of deal. Like, man, I'm walking this earth, and there
Yeah.
are other people walking this earth. Like, it's a real reality check, and
Yeah.
you know, it's hard, man. I don't really like to talk about this topic because it's just it's hard.
I feel
Yeah.
you.
It's hard.
And what I've done the past 2 weeks, because I know this is a sensitive subject. One of the things that I've urged and I've pushed a lot of the African American community, my students, my young adults, anybody that I encounter, I've challenged them to address what they feel, to address their thoughts, because holding it in or pushing down, you'll never know how you may respond. You'll never know, fully, how you can process uh, things like this, topics like this that are heavy. So I've been challenging a lot of people to face themselves on this particular subject, only because I'm doing it with my 7-year-old, and I've challenged myself as a father, as an African American man, raising an African American young man. Like, I got to be able to hear his thought process. I got to be able to hear, his emotion behind, like, if somebody's ever called him a racially charged name, or if somebody ever said they ain't like him because of the way his skin color is. And me as a father, I'm listening to him, because that lets me know when he's not with me. That gives me an idea of how he's processing, or if he becomes angry when we're talking about it, that's going to let me know I've got to prepare him to be able to control those emotions, if something like that is said to him, or if somebody doesn't like him because of the color of his skin, and so forth and so on. I'm charged to hear him so I can prepare him to be better. And so I'm a y'all too, man. As hard as it is, as heavy as it is, I challenge you to face yourselves with it. And if you do feel that anger, if you do feel that pain, that emotion from it, you know, allow yourself to push through it. Allow yourself to feel it, process it, and then step out for a second and recognize if I get angry at the thought of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I control that so that if a situation does arise, like you guys going to the military, and or you're out in the world with friends or whatever, and a situation like that does come up, now you know what you felt before, but now you prepared yourself on how you can handle it the best, not out of emotion, but how you can handle it using this and using this. And when I point to this, I'm talking about that heartbeat of God that's within you, because we never want to lose any of you guys out of emotion. You know what I'm saying? And I can't speak for anybody else, but with seeing you guys grow up, seeing your purpose, seeing how hard you guys have fought and how much you have pressed and pushed against all the challenges that's been thrown at you. This is another challenge, a big challenge that I know that you guys can push through, with being smarter, with positioning yourselves in leadership roles or roles where you can help create a better solution, like you were saying, Elijah. Even with you saying you seeing protests not working, you very well just may be the next leader, both of y'all, to help change the situation by using your intelligence, by being in control of your emotions, and not letting words cause you to go crazy, or not allowing the first person to look at you and say something wrong to you, not allowing them to pull you out of who you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's what y'all said at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You versus you. And this is one of those things, you versus you. No matter what they doing, no matter what they talking about. And I've had to challenge myself like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm challenging you like that as well, to where, I know y'all can handle yourselves fist to fist. But then that end result, you're going to feel good, but we still going to lose you. You know what I mean? We're going to lose you, being in jail. We're going to lose you, with anything, because, and you feeling real good, laid them out, put the paws on them and everything. But I'm challenging you guys, especially with this next transition. Michelle Obama said it best: when they go low, you go high. You know what I'm saying? You think higher, you react higher, you respond higher, you control higher. You know what I'm saying? You don't let them get the best of you, because you're important to so many people, and there are so many people that are counting on you that you ain't even met yet. You know what I'm saying? Elijah, y'all know my son, man. He look up to y'all. When he see y'all at church, he'll run up to y'all, chop it up. Like, he's counting on y'all to be there. He's counting on y'all to be in the best positions. And I'm counting on you to teach him and prepare him too. You see him getting emotional and stuff like that. My expectation is you gonna pull him aside and say, "No, bro, that ain't how we do it." You know what I'm saying? So I challenge y'all, man, to face that part of you. And if you don't know how to, or if it's too heavy, connect with, us older generation, connect with us, and we'll walk with you. We'll process it with you. And I know y'all, we focus on 2020. Y'all see this topic carried us, you know what I'm saying? So look, let me wrap the show up, because we'll talk about this all day. So
Sure.
Last question, man, for y'all two. When you think about your whole elementary, middle school, high school careers, you think about you think about the flaws, you think about the hiccups, the mess up, the successes, the failures, you think about all that. What are some things that you got to change about yourself, and that you can't take it to this next transition? You got to fix it, right? So the ladies last week was talking, they were like, man, they were all procrastinators. Wait till the last minute, turn assignments in, wait till the last minute to do stuff. And they know going off to college, going off to their next phase of their life, they know they ain't having it when it comes to that procrastination stuff. and they know the response that's gonna come. So like when you think about just your whole high school career, you know, what's some things that you that instantly come to mind that you know you got to fix and you know you can't take to this next level, especially with y'all going to the military?
Man, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, man. Real, man. Hey, I'll just keep it 100, man. Like what I need to take with me into the military is giving it 100%. Cause I ain't gonna lie, my high school, my whole high school season, career, or you know what I'm saying, just academically, I ain't give it all the way 100%. And I'll just be honest about that because
Gotcha.
I just, you know what I'm saying, man, it's gonna be a breeze. Like that was my attitude about it. So now that I'm finna move on, you know what I'm saying, I need to lock in, stay focused. You know what I mean? Cause now I'm
Yeah,
finna
bro.
head to the real world.
Oh, that listen. If you don't get right, that military gonna get you right.
You're right. Yeah.
If you got to do
Yeah.
1,000 push-ups a day, boy, they gonna discipline you. They gonna hunker you down. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that, man. There's a lot of us grown folks, you know, that are still trying to get ourselves right in that aspect of giving 100% every day to be better in everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't alone, man. That's a minute by minute fight, hour by hour fight, day by day fight. And like you said at the beginning, man, that's you versus you. So, you know, you gotta wake up and be willing to grind and be willing to fight and be willing to dig for whatever your dreams, goals, or aspirations are. I love that, man. Elijah, what about you, man? When you think, and I know you, y'all understand it. I know you done been through so much. That's how much I respect the kid, man. Like boy. Like, go ahead, man. I know your life.
I was gonna say not giving up. Do not give up
Yeah,
at all. Never give up. It's not done until God says it's done. You feel me? It's never, you know. Always keep your head up. Try to stay motivated. Speak positive and speak things into existence. That's what I had to do. Also
yeah.
procrastination. You know, that goes along with trying to stay motivated as well, you know, because you know when you get
Yeah.
home from school, you be like, I'm gonna do this, and then it's an hour later, and you be like, all right, I'm gonna do it later on at night, and you know you go to sleep. So that's what I'm gonna take with me, staying motivated and you know not giving up. And just the same thing Junior
Yeah.
said, giving everything 200%. You feel me? Just going straight to the max. You know.
I love
So
it.
yeah,
I,
don't ever give up.
so, so with you, Elijah, what advice? Whoo, what advice
My
would
bad,
you?
guys.
I'm gonna ask you to give two pieces of advice. One to the upcoming senior class. What advice do you got for them? And then what advice do you got for the class of 2020 with this next phase of their life?
Okay. Um, have fun. When I say have fun, I mean like don't work like try not to, you know, relationships. Don't let relationships hold you down.
Uh-oh.
Figure out more about yourself because a lot of people that I'm surrounded by, like that I'm cool with, they're just like this in relationships. You know what I'm saying? So don't let that hold you down too much. You know what I'm saying? Like figure out more about yourself. You know, learn more about yourself. Love yourself because a lot of people don't are not raised on that on loving themselves. Love yourself. Figure out more about
Yep.
yourself. And the
That's a fact.
second thing I would say into coming into what you said, upcoming
That
seniors.
class of 2020, that next transition. Is that's the advice you just gave for them or the advice for the upcoming seniors?
That's for the upcoming seniors.
All right. So
That's
what
for the upcoming
advice you got
seniors.
for your class of 2020? Y'all made it. Y'all
Man,
free.
man. um, what can I say first? Stay going hard. Do not get too comfortable. at all, because life for some of y'all is not about to let up, because a lot of people, a lot of us, you know, had your parents, your dad next to you just like this, and going out there, it ain't finna be like that at all. I'm gonna tell you that first. And it ain't life finna whoop you. It's finna be just like that. And it's you stay going hard. You feel me? And stay humble. Stay humble. Stay humble.
Y'all heard the man. He said life about to. So don't get
Yeah.
comfortable, baby. Keep grinding, keep going hard.
Go
All right,
hard.
Junior, man. Your turn, man. Like 2 pieces of advice. What advice you got for the upcoming seniors? And what advice do you have for that class of 2020? Your senior class, your class that's transitioning.
Man, I got something to say about them. All right, but for the upcomings, man, just relax, man. Like senior year, I told somebody asked me the other day. They was like, so what senior year like? I told them, man, really, it's just finishing what you started. What you started, man. You got to finish. You got to execute. That's all it is. And just relax. Just have fun. Just have fun and relax. Do what you got to do. Get out of there. Simple.
That's what's
For
up.
my class, man, y'all need to focus, man.
And he was about to rip y'all.
Go
Give him a
hard.
second,
Yes.
man. He was about to light into that class of 2020. Give him a second, man. He'll be right back. Look, I'm gonna hit you like this. Upcoming seniors, class of 2021, man. From Pastor D to y'all, man. I love what these 2 young men have said, watching their lives, watching, everything they've been through. And I'm gonna say what they said. I'm gonna echo, finish what you started. You ain't been in elementary, middle school, and high school, all these years to fail now, to give up now, to get lax. Finish what you started. And if you are behind, if you have been a little lazy, if you haven't been pushing yourself, if you haven't been grinding, the time to do that and start is right now, this summer. Start recreating them habits. If you got poor habits in certain things, it's time to start stripping them away, challenging yourselves to be better for this upcoming year. If you're a procrastinator, if you quit easily, if you don't do stuff 100, going hard at all times, if you got a bad mouth, if you connected with some friends that you ain't supposed to be around, you know what I'm saying? I challenge you starting now to be better. Like Elijah said, getting to know yourself better, knowing that, where you are now and where you're trying to get to. And if it don't fit in that, it's got to go. You know what I'm saying? It's got to go. So finish what you started. To the class of 2020, from Pastor D to you, it's game time. It's game time. And you've got a long life ahead of you. And so pace yourself, but go hard. Write the vision, make it plain, and execute. Write the vision again, make it plain, and execute. Don't never stop grinding. Don't never stop persevering. Don't never stop executing. Don't never stop setting higher and higher goals. Don't get comfortable, like he said. Don't ever get comfortable. Don't let up. You're going to have time to chill and vacation and all of that. But grind, man. Grind. Grind early so your latter years are easy. You know what I mean? Like put that work in. When you going off to college, you going to the military, some of y'all are getting ready to enter the work field. Whatever it is, write the vision, create the goals, dream now. And then once you got that vision, execute, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That way, the rest of your life is the best of your life, as the OG Eric Thomas would say. And so, man, for that upcoming class, let me say it like this: we're proud of y'all. We love y'all. We rooting for y'all. And most importantly, we're counting on y'all, man. Y'all got next. And it's going to be a true honor from my generation to pass that baton to you guys so that you can lead us higher. You can lead us to greater, and you can lead us further before you pass that baton to the generation that follows you. So, that's my advice to y'all. Let me see if Junior's in here, because he looked like he was about to rip y'all, man. He was about to let y'all have it. There you go. Go ahead, G. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, because that camera.
Yeah, man. Keep cutting up on me, man.
We gonna end it with Jay. What's up?
What I was finna say, what was the last question? The senior class?
Yep.
Man. Just really, man, just stay focused and just execute, man. And always have a plan, man. Plan ahead. Always plan ahead. Don't always stay too into the now. You know what I'm saying? Look towards the future. Stay optimistic. You know what I'm saying? Because there's opportunities out there for everybody. Everybody, not just one person. It's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay on your grind. Like Pastor Marcus said, don't get too comfortable. Like Elijah said, like keep moving, keep moving forward. I promise you're gonna get to where you need to be. You're gonna get there.
Hey, man, y'all heard it right there, man. Fellas, it's been an honor, man, watching you guys grow. It's been an honor, man, of being a part of your lives, man. And I appreciate y'all allowing me to be a part of your life, allowing me to, be a mentor to you, somebody that you can look up to.
Sure.
Man, you already know somebody that you can call no matter what time it is. And I just want you to know, from me to you guys, man, I'm so proud of y'all. And I'm so excited for this next transition of your lives. And I know, the future is bright for y'all. If you execute on what you said, if you execute on what you're dreaming about, and you keep God with you along this journey, don't ever separate from him. No matter if you mad with him, no matter if you got questions with him, for him, don't ever go without him, because he knows the plan. He's got the blueprint for you. He knows the purpose. He knows, he knows where, hey, you finna fall. He know how to kind of get you out that jam. He know everything that he has set for you. So trust him. Don't never stop trusting him. And I want you to be in him on this next phase of your life. And if you stay in that, man, the sky is no longer the limit for you. You know what I mean? And so I'm proud of y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for being on the show, and to the senior class out there, class of 2020, man. Look, it's go time, it's game time. Like I said earlier, we're proud of y'all out there, man. And we're praying for you guys on this next transition of your life. Look, you've been watching No Cap Youth Chat right here with some amazing fellas, amazing students who get to speak raw, be authentic, be them, be real, no cap, baby. That's what we do here, man. We'll see y'all next week, baby. We out this thing. Class of 2020.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to y'all, man. Peace. Yo, Pastor D checking in, man. Look, y'all ain't seen my face in a minute. You ain't seen my face in a minute because we've been grinding behind the scenes. And guess what? It's showtime. It's game time. A couple of months ago, y'all saw Pastor Smith drop a bomb on the world with saying House of Hope will be running its first NBA 2K20 tournament. And guess what, man? For this tournament, we giving away the big boy prize, cash money, and the first ever championship ring. Yes, that means, and I'm talking about stacks, y'all. Not only will you have some in your pocket, but now you have something right there, like the best of them, like the actual NBA players. You feel me? It was so many players who entered into the tournament, and if we could take you all, we would have loved to, but we had to take the top 16. And when we zeroed into the top 16, man, we checked their gamer profiles. We made sure they was legit. They weren't playing on rookie, but they've been playing on the Hall of Fame level. You know what I'm saying? So we want to bring to you the greatest players that entered with our first ever House of Hope NBA 2K20 tournament, right? And so listen, I want you to understand how crazy this is. All the players range in age. I've got elementary students to grown folks playing. You feel me? I got elementary, middle school, high school, college students. Some of us old heads even jumped in the tournament. We picked the top 16 and it's go time. You feel me? So listen, you watching Hope TV right now, you already know. We live streaming YouTube. We live streaming on Twitch. We live streaming on Facebook. We taking over the ground. Listen, if you can watch it, we own it. You feel me? If you can watch it, we own it. Hey, guess what? All the trash talk is done. They picking up the sticks, and the first game, the first game will air this Saturday. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Listen, I know you feel it. You ain't seen NBA, you ain't seen the NFL. Some of y'all ain't even seen the NHL. Some of y'all ain't seen tennis. Some of y'all, y'all are feeding for sports. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. You feel me? I've been watching them, right? I brought them all together. We let them talk. And man, listen, they were going at each other's necks. They were going at each other's necks, saying, look, I'm taking the ship. I'm taking the ring. Like, you ain't, listen, I don't even know. Some of you, I don't even know why you here, bro. Just go ahead and give up now. And I was like, ooh, they going at it. They going at it. But then listen, I zeroed in on some of these silent ones. And you know what they say about the silent ones, right? The ones that don't pop off, the ones that don't do this too much. Those the ones you gotta watch out for. So listen, I got my money. I ain't a gambling man, y'all, but I got my money on two of them right now. They ain't saying too much, but I see that dog in their eyes, baby. I see they ain't getting no sleep because they stay up all day and night playing PlayStation. So I know they fired. So listen, I want you to make sure that you check out Facebook. I want you to make sure you check out YouTube. I want you to make sure you check out Twitch. I want you to make sure you check out Hope TV. I want you to make sure you check out Instagram. If you see House of Hope Atlanta anywhere on that, you already know we bringing that heat, baby. We bringing that fire, baby. So listen, let's get to it. It's game time.